好，欢迎来到赞分享，一个严肃活泼的知识分享频道。今天要给大家分享的是周末特别节目最美英文系列，这是第2集，培根的论字链。弗朗西斯·培根是英国文艺复兴时期哲学家，被称为英国唯物主义的第一个创始人。如果大家喜欢我的频道，记得点赞和订阅哦。下面我们就开始吧。
Narcissus, or Self-Love, by Francis Bacon. Narcissus is said to have been a young man of wonderful beauty, but intolerably proud, fastidious, and disdainful. Pleased with himself and despising all others, he led a solitary life in the woods and hunting grounds, with a few companions to whom he was all in all, followed also wherever he went by a nymph called Echo. Living thus, he came by chance one day to a clear fountain, and being in the heat of noon, lay down by it. When beholding in the water his own image, he fell into such a study, and then into such a rapturous admiration of himself, that he could not be drawn away from gazing at the shadowy picture, but remained rooted to the spot till sense left him. And at last he was changed into the flower that bears his name, and the flower which appears in the early spring, and is sacred to the infernal deities, Pluto, Proserpine, and the Furies. In this fable are represented the dispositions and the fortunes too of those persons who, from consciousness either of beauty or some other gift with which nature, unaided by any industry of their own, has graced them, for in love as it were with themselves. For with this state of mind, there is commonly joined an indisposition to appear much in public or engaged in business, because business would expose them to many neglects and scorns, by which their minds would be dejected and troubled. Therefore, they commonly live a solitary, private, and shadowed life, with a small circle of chosen companions or devoted admirers who assent like an echo to everything they say, and entertain them with mouth homage, till being by such habits gradually deprived and puffed up, and besotted at last with self-admiration, they fall into such a sloth and listlessness that they grow utterly stupid, and lose all vigor and alacrity. And it was a beautiful thought to choose the flower of spring as an emblem of characters like this, characters which in the opening of their career flourish and are talked of, but disappoint in maturity the promise of their youth. The fact too that this flower is sacred to the infernal deities contains an allusion to the same thing. For men of this disposition turn out utterly useless and good for nothing whatever, and anything that yields no fruit, but like the way of a ship in the sea, passes and leaves no trace, was by the ancients held sacred to the shades and infernal gods.